real spiritual skill isn't having visions, isn't prophesizing, isn't speaking to spirits. It's emotional regulation. We often glamorize the exotic, the supernatural, the ability to speak with spirits, to prophesize about the future, to help with energy healing. And all of those things are really important and really useful. And they are completely reliant on one thing, and that is the practitioner or the seer's ability to regulate their own emotions. Why is this important? Well, in a system that's dysregulated, in somebody who is spiking between highs and lows, anxiety, euphoria, depression, sadness, self-doubt, all of these swings back and forth, which people who are sensitive can be more vulnerable to early on, those states will cloud how someone reads the signs. They'll muddy the water. It lessens the clarity for which information can come through, and the risk is that that information, when it's fed back to other people, is going to be filtered through the gifted individual's own inner emotional chaos. So if you want to really hone in your skills and your spiritual gifts, begin by focusing on learning to regulate your emotional states. It's a skill for life, both in the spiritual as well as in the mundane. So that's it for today. For more, like and follow. How do you regulate your emotions? On another video, I talked about emotional regulation being a spiritual superpower. And I was asked, well, how do you do it? Well, I already have one video out there giving a short grounding technique. I will link it in the comments below. You can check that out. There are lots of techniques you can do to ground yourself when things become overwhelming. And that's kind of like being in a reactive state, putting a band-aid on the wound. Once you begin to understand how emotions function, then you can begin to take authority over your internal state. So there are two levels to understanding emotions. There's the physical, and then there's the energetic. And they're not mutually exclusive, by the way. On the physical side, our attention is brought to something, we make a meaning out of it, that triggers a cascade of neurotransmitters and hormones in the body that create a sensation that we have been taught and socialized to label as a specific emotion, which then also usually has behaviors attached to it. Physiologically, emotions have a shelf life. They do not go on forever. The shelf life of the average emotion is anywhere as long as 1 minute and as short as 7 seconds. Now, I know you're going to say, Jess, my feelings last longer. I know. The reason they last longer is once we feel an emotion, we tend to, as humans, put a label onto it, make a meaning about it, search through other memories linked to that emotion, and craft a story. This is like throwing gasoline on a fire. We can't always control when an initial emotion appears, but we can control how we respond to it. That's when your grounding techniques become useful. This is also a moment where you can pause and recognize, I'm feeling this feeling. I'm not going to bypass it. Bypassing doesn't work. I'm not going to bypass it. I'm going to allow it to be as a sensation, purely as a physical feeling in the body. You can feel its size, you can feel its shape. Don't dip into story, don't dip into symbols, don't dip into meaning. Just recognize it as sensation in the body. It will rise, and then it will fall. Once it falls, you don't have to engage again. This is a very tiny, tiny piece of a mindfulness practice. That's how you begin to build an emotional regulation ability. There is also the energetic side. Emotions are energy. It's movement in the body and in the energy field. So whether you want to think of this purely as brain feeding information into the endocrine system, or you want to think about it as consciousness continuing to practice these same energetic pathways, it doesn't matter. I think both are true. The idea is going to be the same. You can watch it rise, you can watch it fall. Step out of making meaning. Step back from making meaning of it, and it will calm down. And then you can do what you need to do to address it. So that's it for today. For more, like and follow. How do you regulate your emotions? Problems are rarely solved elegantly when we're in the height of negative states. If you are super anxious, whatever it is you're anxious about, you're not going to solve it while you're still anxious, because it causes a narrowing of awareness, a narrowing of attention. It creates constriction within the body. These things are all counter to actually being able to problem solve. So once you relax, then you can approach whatever it is that's causing the anxiety from a problem-solving mindset. Long term, in my opinion, the best way to build emotional regulation is to have a daily meditation practice, a daily breath meditation or a mantra meditation, some sort of focus-driven meditation where your goal is to hone your consciousness in at first. So whether it's focusing on the sensation of the air moving in and the air moving out, the temperature of the air moving into your nostrils, down the back of your throat, down in the lungs, and the warm air moving up and out, or if it's focusing on the sound of a mantra, or it's focusing on the flame of a candle, anything that's going to stabilize your awareness, this is going to teach you emotional regulation, because what's going to happen inevitably, because it happens to all of us, is you're going to have random thoughts come in. You're going to have random feelings come in. And in a meditation practice, you don't run away from those, but you also don't engage. You gently bring your attention back to the object of focus, whether it's breath, flame, mantra, whatever the case may be. You continuously gently bring your consciousness back to the object of focus, back to the present. What you're going to uncover over time is you're going to build a natural ability to understand your thought loops, your triggers, your emotional responses, and that is going to unconsciously begin to bring more calmness into your day-to-day life. Things that used to trigger you, those emotional triggers are going to automatically decrease. So a daily gentle meditation practice is really pivotal for emotional regulation. If you're someone who has really intense emotions often, then of course other practices, Tai Chi, yoga, art, music, therapy, ritual, walking, exercise, proper sleep, all of these things can help to build a robust skill set for navigating your emotional space. Because once you can navigate your emotional space, even in the most challenging of spiritual circumstances, you will make it through, and you will make it through better than you were when you went into it. My ability to regulate my emotions was one of the cornerstones that kept me safe when I was in the throes of spiritual warfare. If I can do it, you can definitely do it too. So that's it for today. For more,
here's a quick technique to ground yourself and become rooted in the present and in your body. It's super simple. All you have to do is take 3 nice long breaths. So breathe in and then breathe out. Keep the exhale slightly longer than the inhale, and imagine first sending that inhale all the way down to the soles of your feet, and then the exhale originating from the soles of the feet. When you do this, feel yourself connecting to the earth. Keep your eyes open as you do this. You can look around your environment. Next, once you feel yourself nice connected to the earth, it's usually 3 breaths. Then move your awareness to the base of your spine, to Muladhara, to the root chakra, and breathe in and out from there 3 times, still aware of the space around you. As you do this, feel yourself situated in your physical body, safe, warm, grounded. And then pay attention to what you're actually seeing in the physical environment. Move out of any mental awareness and into the physical environment, and allow the past to move far into the past, the future to move far into the future, and feel yourself right in the middle, here and now. So that's it for today. For more, reconnect with Mother Earth and refresh your energy in just a few quick minutes. I thought today I would share with you one of my favorite quick meditations to do to ground back in the present moment and to refresh my energy during the day. So I'll guide you through it. If you're driving or operating any machinery, just add this video to your favorites and come back to it later. Only watch it when you can give it your fullest attention.
And only participate in the bits of this that feel comfortable and safe for you. So find a comfortable place to sit with your feet flat on the floor. You can close your eyes if that's comfortable, but you don't have to. And just take a few moments to feel your breathing. Notice the flow of cool air in and warm air back out. And notice where in your chest the breath seems to end. And now expand that. Send your inhale all the way down to the soles of your feet. And when you exhale, exhale by pulling energy from the soles of your feet up through your body and back out. And on your next inhale, have a sense that you could breathe down through the soles of your feet and into the crust of the earth. And when you exhale, the breath is coming from the crust of the earth back through the soles of your feet and up through your body and out. And now expand this. On your next inhale, breathing down through the soles of your feet, through the crust of the earth, into the mantle of the earth, the rocky layer. And breathing out, bringing energy up through the mantle, through the crust, through the soles of your feet, through the body and out. And on the next inhale, breathe all the way through the soles of your feet, through the crust of the earth, through the rocky layer, and into the molten core, the warm, energetic heart of Mother Earth. And when you breathe out, feel Mother Earth sending that warm energy up through all the layers into the soles of your feet and back through your body. And just be here for 3 breaths. And now, the flow of breath can become a bit more shallow. So now, coming back up the path we took, the next in-breath, going just to the mantle of the earth and back up through the soles of your feet and out. The next breath, through the soles of your feet to the crust of the earth, back up and back out. Next breath to the soles of your feet, back up and out. And now breathe in and out directly to your heart. And you can place 1 hand or 2 hands on the heart. And just take a moment to feel gratitude to Mother Earth for all of the gifts she provides us with, for being our home, for being our foundation, providing shelter, food, air, water, the space for us to learn, grow, experience happiness, and connect with those who mean the world to us. And gratitude for yourself because you're a part of Mother Earth's family. And then when you're ready, just opening your eyes, coming fully and completely back to the outside world, carrying with you that sense of gratitude for the earth and for you, as well as the gentle warmth from touching the heart of Mother. So that's it for today. For more, like and follow.